So, Jeshua, are you still with me? So, a little while ago, I asked you for questions you would ask Jeshua if you had a chance to. And I got a series of them. And there was one question that was kind of mixed in with several other questions. And so they all kind of are asking the same thing in different ways. So, what I'd like to do is go ahead and read these three and then answer them all at one time. Now, once again, I do not channel Jeshua. I am only answering from what I know of the man from my past life memories and from my knowledge of the teachings that he taught. First question. I know you are always walking by my side. When my ego is the loudest, I may need a sign to remind me of your divine guidance. What is that sign? That was the first one. Second one. I ain't the same as I used to be. Do you still want to walk and talk with me? So this last question came from someone who came from a Pentecostal church, and she had a vision of Jeshua when she was a child, who came and sat next to her and laughed with her during church. But her question was, are you still with me? I haven't talked to you in a very long time. So let's just talk about how Jeshua would answer this. He would start with saying, I'm never not with you. You're not with me. You're the one who is away. I am always with you. I am always with you, as is everyone always with you, because we are in this oneness of God. And God is with us at all times. Every loved one you've ever lost, every friend you've ever known, every enemy you've ever known, and anybody in your life that you've known is with you in the oneness of God. And Jeshua is never not with you. He would say himself, I'm a man, just like everybody else you know. He would say he's not a supernatural being. He would say he is within this oneness of God. And where we focus our thought, where we focus our belief, and who we focus our belief on, that will be tapping into that experience. Now, let me jump to the one question where he says, do you still want to walk and talk with me, even though I'm not the same, basically? The interesting thing about this question is there's no choice for him. And that's not a bad thing, because he understands that you're loved too. He's in the oneness of God. He's accepting of the oneness of God. He's living the oneness of God. There is no judgment of not wanting to walk or talk with you because of who or what you've done in your life. Because who or what you've done in your life are just the experiences you've created. It doesn't change the love of God. It doesn't touch the love of God. The love of God is always there. And these experiences in your life are just showing you love through the various aspects of its separation or its illusion of absence. In reality, he's always there, but you and your fears and anxieties keep you away from the oneness of God, which is where he is. As I said, he and your mother and your fathers and everybody even living or dead, is in the oneness of God. And he is just a man who has also found this truth about the oneness of God. So this answers these two questions very clearly, where it says, are you still with me? I haven't talked to you, even though I haven't talked to you in a while. And the other one was, I'm not the same. Do you still want to walk and talk with me? So there's no want. He's just waiting for you to talk to him, or whoever is on the other side. But let's go back to the first question, because I think it's the more interesting of the questions. I know you are always walking by my side, but when my ego is the loudest, I may need a sign to remind me of your divine guidance. What is that sign? It's a great question. It answers the other two questions very clearly by starting off with saying, I know that you are always walking by my side. I know that you're always with me. And that's the answer to the other two questions. Believe it, and you'll experience it. That's that. Now, let's talk about the sign. The sign to me is the most interesting thing of this question, because Jeshua would say, what sign do you choose? Because only you're going to interpret your life experience. Only you're going to interpret the illusion that surrounds you. For me, I sit down at my office desk over there on the other side of the room where I do my private sessions. And for me, my mom shows up in many ways. Sometimes I feel her snarky sense of humor. But for some odd reason, right outside the window next to that desk, when I start doing private sessions, I get visited by a cardinal who flies in and lands. Now, my mother used to collect cardinals her entire life. She had statues and pictures and everything else about cardinals. And so when I see a cardinal, I think of my mother. So there's my sign that my mother is coming in to visit. In the oneness of God, you are the creator of the illusion. You are the one who creates the signs. But when the signs show up, they show up spontaneously. That cardinal doesn't, wait around the corner till 11 o'clock to show up to my house, right? He just literally shows up. It's not a set schedule. What it is just an awareness. And so when I know, I believe, I have faith that when I see that cardinal outside my window, that's my mom talking to me, right? So what is the sign that you would choose? What is the sign that you would want? What is the sign that would make you go, oh, that's Jeshua? For many people, it's the 444s or the 333s, for other people, it's my friend Holly. When she finds diamonds, her friend showing up, her friend who passed away shows up. Right? It really comes down to you being a creator of your experience, because the illusion around you is just the illusion of your belief. And so the sign, choose what sign you want it to be and tell them that's the sign. And then you'll get the signs. But it's not something that he's going to come back and say, well, when you see, the flashing light that goes, SOS 3 times, that's not the way it's going to work. You choose the sign that represents it, and then you see it. I hope that answers your question, and I will talk to you guys soon. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.